Hello and welcome from the International Brangus Breeders Association. My name is Garrett Thomas and I'm the Director of Member Relations and International Promotion. This video that you're about to watch goes through the process of registering your calves using the online system that we have here at the IBBA. We hope you enjoy.
This video will go through the process of how to use the online registration system at www.gobrangus.com. There's a few things that you'll need to have together before you start the process of registering your calves using the online system. That list consists of, you need to assign a private herd number for each of the individual calves. You need to have the actual birth weight of each calf. You need to have the date of birth recorded. You need to have the sex of the calf recorded. You need to have the sire's private herd number or registration number. I would suggest having the registration number of the bull if it is an AI sired calf. You need to have the dam's private herd number. You need to be familiar with what calving season the calf was born in. You need to have the contemporary group, the service type, calving knees score, the dam's udder score, the individual calf's scur score, the color score, the birth type, and if you wish to continue or finish registering the animals, you need to have each individual calf's name. If you would prefer to leave them as performance animals and name them later, you do not have to have the calf's name at this time. You can enter that later, but it will be a performance animal until you complete the process of registration by adding the calf's name. So with all that said, we'll get started here with what we have on the screen. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Randy Rhodes for allowing us to use his account here for this demonstration today. To get started, you need to go to the far left side here where my mouse is at and click on Record Calves. As you come to the next screen here, there's some things that as we scroll down, the premise code should come in there automatically, the pasture code should come in there automatically. We'll come down here to the calving season. It's important that you understand what this is. Most of the time you can allow the program to decide what season that you want, but say you calve your cows out from the later part of January through March. All those calves that are born in January are going to fall in the winter season, separating them from your spring calves, which are going to be everything that's born from February through April. So in this case we have one calf that is a January grouped in there with some other ones that are Marches and Aprils. So I'm going to individually enter that I want all the calves to be recorded as a spring, and that will allow them to all stay in the same contemporary group. Quickly I'll go through what the months are for these calving seasons. Winter is November, December, and January. Spring is February, March, and April. Summer is May, June, and July, and the fall calving season is August, September, and October. So it's important to know that as we go a little bit farther down through this. The next thing, the sex of the animals that will be entered. The particular example we've got today is going to have a mixed group, so in that case I'll enter those individually. If you have all bulls that you're going to register at one time, you can click bull, and that will allow everything that you register to be a bull, and you don't have to. You can kind of skip that part of the process, but in most cases you're going to have a mixed group of sexes, so that's going to be better just to enter that individually. The next thing here, what service type? We're going to have a mix of natural service and artificial insemination. If you have all natural service calves, again, you can select this up here, and that will allow every calf to be registered as natural service, but in this case we're going to leave it as a mix of natural service and artificially inseminated calves. As we scroll down a little bit farther, the location of the holding brand, both of these are going to be on the left hip in this example, so wherever your holding brand location is and wherever you put the private herd number, make sure you select the right location for that. The inspector's name is going to be yours, that should pop up, and your membership number should pop up there, and then the number of animals that you're going to register today. In this case, we're going to be registering 4 calves, so we got all that filled out there. We're going to click continue. We come up here to the next screen, and as I talked about before, that it's important that you have all that information together. I use a spreadsheet. I've got this sheet that I'm about to show you on the screen here printed out in front of me, so basically it has all the information that I need to register the calves as they calve out. I like to put them in this spreadsheet, and then when I get ready to record the calves, I print this part off. But as you can see here, there's everything that I need is going to be right there. So I've got this sheet printed off right here in front of me. I just wanted you to see that so that you could see where I was getting the information from. So as we go down through here, the private herd number on this first one is going to be 1019Z. The sex of this calf is going to be a bull. The date of birth here, just one little thing I like to we'll get that part added in there. 3/15/2012. Yep. The service type, this one is going to be a natural service sire. So we got that. We go here to click or to select the sire. We just click on this little button right there, and this pops up, and that will allow us to choose the bull. So he was out of this bull right here. We go over here to the dam. This little icon here to the right will pop up all of the eligible females for us to use. So it's going to be this first one right here, 1019J11. Put that in there. As soon as you click on that little button, it automatically enters the registration number. So to make it easier for you, so we move over a little bit farther. We're going to move the screen a little bit over here so we can see more. We have the calving ease. So I'm going to click on this. Always you can click on the top here, and it gives you a quick explanation of what you've got here. But calving ease, this is going to be no assistance for 1, 2 is an easy pull or a hand pull, 3 is difficult or a mechanical pull, and 4 will indicate a cesarean section. So this individual calf here is a 1, so we're going to go down here and click 1. Next thing is the dam's udder score. This is a 2-digit score. The first digit indicating the udder suspension, the second digit indicating the teat size. So 1 being very pendulous and broken down as far as the suspension goes, 9 being very tight and very level on the size of the teat, 1 being very large and undesirable, all the way down to a 9, which is very small. So in this particular case, I believe we have a 76, so I'm just going to scroll down here and get 76. We've got the birth weight next on this calf, which was recorded within 24 hours of birth here, 76 pounds. And we go over here to the scur score, and we'll click on this right quick. Fairly straightforward. You have horned, polled, or scurred. This particular calf is going to be polled, so we're going to ease down here and click the P for polled. Color score. This is something that deserves some explanation, so I'll make this as brief as I possibly can. But 1 through 4 is designated for all black Brangus calves, 1 being absolutely black with no white, 2 being black with some white behind the navel, 3 is the brownish black with black pigmentation with no white whatsoever, and 4 is the brownish black again, but with some white behind the navel. Again, on the scores 1 through 4 on the black Brangus, no white is allowed in front of the navel. Scores 5 through 8 are going to be set aside for the red Brangus calves, and the explanation is listed right there. And then as you get down to 9 through 12, you have the scores for the appendix colored calves. So again, if you ever have any questions, you can always click right here, and that will pop up that screen, and you can see what you need to have there. So this particular calf was a 1. Next we have the birth type. This is again pretty straightforward. 1 being a single, 2 is a twin to a bull, 3 is a twin to a heifer, and 4 is other. Also, it's important to note that free martins are not registrable here at the IBBA. So, but again, this one is birth type 1, and then the contemporary group. All these were born in the same season. Those cows were all managed the exact same from birth all the way through to this point. So we're going to leave that blank as far as that goes. And then the animal status, this designates if you're registering these calves fairly early in life, say before weaning, you're just going to leave this alone. And then the last thing you're going to have here is the name that you desire for this particular animal. And TR Mr. TM 1019Z will be the name for this calf. So with that, I'm going to take a break here and finish registering the rest of the calves, or entering the information for the rest of the calves, and I'll come back and we'll finish up the registration process with our online system. So I'll be back momentarily. As you can see, we've come back here, and we've got all the rest of the information entered On the calves here, we've got a mix of natural service and artificially inseminated sired calves. All the registration numbers in there. Got every calf in here named. So the next thing that we need to do in the process here is we're going to click validate. So as we do that, click validate. That the moment we do that, that allows the folks here in the office to see what you're trying to do. So you'll notice here we have the green color here. This is going to be an indication of the calving season that goes along with spring. Say we were to change one of these, say we wanted to make this April calf, which would normally fall in the winter if it weren't in this group of winter. You would save changes and revalidate. I'll just show you what that does right quick. You'll see a change in the color that you see on that winter calf to a blue. So that's just kind of what we have there. So again, I'll go through here and double check all my information to make sure it is accurate, got all my names right and everything else. So with that said, I'm going to go back and just make this back into a spring just so that I can have all this information correct and accurate. So I'm going to save changes and revalidate. Anytime you make any changes to anything on this screen after you've validated, you have to resave the changes and revalidate it. So all this looks to be correct to me, so I'm going to commit this to registry. Click right there. And as it's processing that, commonly I will jot down this work order number. That way if I need to do something with the office, I can pretty easily have that accessible, help them look up exactly what I need here. So I've got all the calves registered here just so you can see what I'm doing here. The first calf that we entered, 1019Z, is in your inventory immediately. So if I go over here to animals, and I have all the animals popped up here, 1019Z will be the second one here. So you can use this to generate the printable version, or you can click right here to preview the animals EPDs. So that will essentially sum things up for us here on this video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us here at gobrangus.com. You can find all our contact information there. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them our way.